You gonna potty?
Okay.
Yay, good job. Okay, high five. Yeah, big boy.
Gummy.
You want gummies?
Gummies.
Okay. Get gummies because you want potty.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Okay.
You're welcome. Good job. Good job. Wash. Good job. You ready?
Yeah.
So hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to Tierra J TV. I'm Tierra, or T, or little T if you want to get ratchet with it. So if you are new, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Join the crew. If you're a rollie, if you've been rolling with me for a while, what up? You already know what it is. Whatever the reason is why you clicked on this video, I'm just glad you clicked on to come and watch us and chat and give some tips and advice on potty training. This is my 2-year-old, my handsome 2-year-old Alexander, and he is cheese. And he is officially potty trained and in underwear. Like, I'm so excited. This is by no means like you need to do this and it's gonna work. This is just what worked for me, what worked for Alexander, what worked for us, what is still working, what's not working. So if you're interested in hearing like my tips and advice on potty training and kind of just hearing my story on how I potty trained my son, then go ahead and stay tuned. We're gonna rewind back all the way to the beginning. I introduced my son to the potty when he was 15 months, which was, he was a baby, but I just wanted him to know kind of what a potty was and just, you know, get the idea of it. Of course, he was not potty trained like, mama, I gotta go potty at 15 months, but I just introduced him to what a potty was. We got him like a little kid potty, and I would sit him on there sometimes. Sometimes he would go, you know, obviously it wasn't a big deal and I wasn't like stressing over it at all. I was still changing his diapers. Alexander, really? Anyway, they're spilling juice in my lap and stuff, just doing crazy stuff. But yeah, I just introduced him to the potty just to work his mind and to kind of get him to know what it was and stuff like that. We're still wearing diapers, and then we graduated to pull-ups. I met this other girl. We had went out on like a double date, and I met this girl and she was just like, is he potty trained? He had like just turned 2. I think he was like, no, I think he was coming up on his 2nd birthday, and she was asking if he was potty trained, and she was like, oh, well, my son, he was potty trained as soon as he turned 2, and he can talk and all this, and kind of making me feel like, oh my God, like, is my child behind? That's something I want to say. Do not look at other people, not even me, as I'm sharing this potty training story with y'all with all the months and what I started doing. Know that your child is going to grow at their own pace. Know your own pace. Know that every child is not the same. Every child is not going to grow the same. Every child is not going to develop the same way. Every child is not going to be potty trained at the same time, and that's okay. That don't mean there's anything wrong or you're doing something wrong as a parent. That don't mean like you failed as a parent. That don't mean that, hey, maybe I should try harder. You know your kids, you know yourself, you know your household, and you know that the pace that y'all are going. You definitely don't want to force potty training onto your kid and make it like a traumatic experience rather than something that's supposed to be like, yeah, you know, fun. So she was giving me some tips and advice, and I was like, man, maybe I'm doing something wrong, so maybe I should really follow these tips that this girl gave me. So I had took some of the tips and advice she gave me, and I kind of like implemented that on my own son, and it wasn't good because he just wasn't ready. One of the things she gave me was to like pop him every time he, you know, had an accident, or, you know, just go ahead and put him in underwear and, you know, shock his whole life. I quickly realized that that just was not the way to go for me. It just made potty time like stressful and more traumatic for Alexander, and it made him not want to go to the potty because he's still a baby. He's still 2, like a 2-year-old. They're still so little. They're still trying to figure things out. So don't put so much pressure on a 2-year-old to use the potty. I just felt like I put a lot of pressure on Alexander way too quick. He was 26 months and I just decided like, I'm just gonna put him in underwear. I'm gonna shake up his whole life and just, we gonna do this thing. So I stuck my foot in 26 months. Honestly, I felt like that was too soon for him because he wasn't ready. I feel like we should have did more communicating, stay in the pull-ups, and just start the communication more before I shocked him with the underwear. Definitely a tip that I want to give y'all is communication. all kids communicate on a different level. All kids communicate differently, and you just have to know how to communicate with your child. Definitely say communication is first, and I feel like I skipped that step and I just like expected him to communicate as soon as I put the underwear on, and it don't work like that. Like, I was stressing myself out. Of course he had accidents back to back because I went from pull-ups to underwear all of a sudden, and there was no communication, and it was a hot ass mess. So it was just too much pressure, and I just think potty training should not be so stressful. I think as parents though, we put that pressure on ourselves because we feel like they should be doing this at a certain age, but really it's like, let these babies grow how they grow. It's gonna be okay. To me, I felt like potty training was just the biggest stress in the world, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta get this boy potty trained. But it's like, why am I putting so much pressure on myself to get my child potty trained? Like, he gonna get it. He's a 2-year-old. He gonna get it one day. He not gonna be in pull-ups for the rest of his life. So let me just slow down and take my time with it. So once I quickly realized that I was doing way too much, that we kind of just jumped into the underwear thing way too quick, I drew it back in. I put him back in pull-ups and started communicating with him. Tried to be more laid back about it, not so much like, oh boy, you peed on yourself, you pooped on yourself. A child's mind is like, yeah, I've been pooping and peeing on myself for my whole life, and now you just expect me to go to a potty. You kind of got to put yourself into the brain of like a 2-year-old or 3-year-old or however old your child is when you start like potty training. You gotta kind of jump into their mind. I've been peeing and pooping since I came out the womb. You've been changing my diapers since I was born, so now you just expect my mind to switch and just go run to a potty. Like, it don't work like that. You kind of empathize with a little person, okay? So I just started communicating with him more, tried to be more understanding and more patient. Wait till they are ready to communicate. So I just started to teach him like pee and potty. I just put those 2 and 2 together. Like, when you got a pee, you go potty, and I would just kind of put those, put those together for him. And over time, it definitely started catching on, and he would point to his pull up and say pee. Sometimes he would make it to the potty, sometimes he would go on himself, and that is totally fine. It's a part of the process. And then this is where the rewards come in, okay? You want to make potty time like this big crazy thing, like you are amazing, like you just won $5 million, and you don't even know what $5 million is, but you just won the grand prize. Just a big celebration. Every time that they do make it to the potty, you want to make it just like it's a huge freaking deal. This is by no means applies to every family, because I know a lot of people don't believe in giving their kids candy, but girl, what I did, went out and bought a big bag of suckers. Yes, I did. And I rewarded him, and I just, did a dance. We did a potty dance each time he would go to the potty, and he was just excited. But yeah, I was dishing out suckers like it wasn't nobody's business. Now, I did realize I had to slow up on the rewards, because it's like I can't be feeding my kid candy every time he goes to the potty. So what I started doing was giving him his vitamins, which I showed y'all in the beginning of this video, the multivitamin, the Flintstone vitamins. I would incorporate that into like a reward, because he likes them. They gummy, they sweet or whatever, but they're vitamins that I give him every day anyway. So it's like, why not make this a part of like the reward thing? You get your gummies, and he would be so excited to get his gummies, and you getting your nutrition all at the same time. So bam, I started limiting the suckers. I just started giving him suckers when he pooped, and I would give him gummies when he peed. And then sometimes it would just be a dance or a sticker or a toy or something like that. I'm not saying a reward has to be candy. A reward can be something as simple as a potty dance, and just being really excited for them when they go potties. So through our potty training success, I definitely say rewards played a huge part in getting him potty trained, because it just made him so much more excited to go to the potty. It actually didn't take him long to catch on to it. He was 26 months when I first got serious about potty training, and he was 29 months when he officially, I feel like, got it down pat. He would just let me know every time he had to potty. I'm not saying that my kid doesn't have accidents. Of course he do. I'm sure it's gonna be, a bunch of accidents in the future, but he is definitely there with communication, and he knows when he has to potty. When he was 29 months, that's when he really got it. And in between this time of 26 months and 29 months, I would just let him free ball it, okay? Like, let him run around with no underwear, with nothing on, and that really made him like, oh my god, I got a potty and I don't have nothing on me, so let's go to the potty. And I think this is a tip for like if you stay at home, for the stay-at-home moms, work-at-home moms. This is something that you can do, because if you are home with them, you can let them run around naked and it'll be okay. Of course they can't run around daycare naked and stuff like that, but if they home, let them run around naked. I really think that played a huge part in like clicking something in his mind. It wasn't nothing down there to trap in his stuff, so he knew he had to go potty. So I'm just thankful that I do get to be a work-at-home mom, and that I was able to do that, because I do feel like that helped so much. So he's 30 months now, and he is officially potty trained. I did put him back in underwear, and he does a great job. Like, I wish he was up so we could party right now, so we could fool down and I could let you know how amazing you are. At 30 months, potty trained. He wears underwear. He lets me know when he has to go. We still kind of struggling with the poop thing. Sometimes he'll start pooping and then be like, oh snap, it's coming out, let's go potty. But you know, we getting it down pat, and I do feel like he is all the way there with potty training. So I'm really excited about that. I got a ton of underwear for him. That's another tip I would say. Get like some fun underwear, whatever character they like. He is really into cars, so I got him a bunch of car underwear. He's really into Thomas the Train. I got him a bunch of Thomas the Train underwear. Whenever I buy him underwear, he is geeked. Like, so geeked to put on his underwear. He's so geeked to like wow, that's a car, that's a train, and I'm about to wear it. Like, he be so excited to put on his underwear. So I would definitely say get some exciting, fun underwear. Definitely encourage them and make them feel really excited about wearing them. I keep him in underwear throughout the day. At nighttime, I do go ahead and put on the pull-up, because we are just not there with the nighttime potty training. And when we do get that, I would definitely update y'all on like a nighttime potty training, whatever. I think that'll just come with time, but for now, like I said, like my advice I gave earlier, I'm not putting no pressure on it. I'm not rushing. God damn, y'all, he's down for nap. Hallelujah. I'm more so letting him grow and develop on his own time, and not trying to put him into a box and put him into a time frame of what I think he should be doing. I think the best solution is just to go with the flow. Like, if you just throw things up in the air, let it go with the flow, I think things are like a lot smoother, because like I said, I did it both ways, the pressure and the not pressure, and I would definitely take the not pressure any day. Yeah, when he does have accidents, it's not a big deal at all. Go get another pair of underwear, go get another pair of pants. When I just had fun and let loose with it, it actually was not that hard. We got it down packed in a matter of like 3 months from when we first started potty training. So honestly, it really wasn't that hard. I just feel like as a parent, I had to be more patient and more kind and more gentle with my kid, and just listen to him rather than me trying to tell him what to do. It's like, let these babies do what they do. I'm telling you, what I've learned as a mother is that these kids will teach you. That would teach you something. Like, you feel like, you know, you the parent, I'm the boss, you know what I'm saying, I'm the leader and stuff like that. But if you just take your time and you listen and you settle down and look at that child of yours, I promise you, you can get a lesson from your kids. I've gotten so many lessons from my babies, just being them and just being innocent and just being. It's like they can teach you so much. So that is definitely my final advice to y'all, is just to listen to your kid, because even though we feel like we know it all and we've been on this earth for a longer amount of time and we're grown and, you know, they just little people and we got to teach them the way to go, and we do. But I promise you, I guarantee you that I bet your 2-month-old, your 8-month-old, your 2-year-old, your 3-year-old, your 4-year-old, your 5-year-old, your 6-year-old, your 7-year-old, your 8-year-old, your kid can teach you something in this thing called life. And to learn from a kid is no greater thing. Like, it's no greater thing. They be trying to tell us something. We just have to slow down and listen. Thing called parenthood, it can get stressful, it can get frustrating, but if we just throw it all up in the air and we just let it loose and we just chill and have fun with our kids while they're growing up, it can be a really fun journey if you make it. And if you let it stress you out, it's gonna definitely stress you out. Have fun with potty training. It can definitely be a struggle, I ain't gonna lie. He be now that he is potty trained for real, he keep me in the bathroom like every 5 minutes. Like, this boy, he be at the bathroom, y'all, back to back, and sometimes I be like, boy. Nonetheless, I am glad that he is taking me to the potty every 5-10 minutes. I am really thankful and really happy and really just proud of him. So yeah, that's it. That's our potty training story. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope you got a few tips. I hope I can give some helpful advice to anybody else out there, and if not, I hope you just enjoyed me talking. So thank y'all so much for watching. Thank y'all for subscribing and everything, liking the video. I really appreciate it. I'm definitely excited to do more of these videos. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.